gonna put this to pot. Put this to fire. I've got that lard in there. I just need to watch it. I need to put this in the trash. You know, if you look at these vegetables down here in the basket, you know, all this was grown here on Monticello. So can you imagine just going out into the garden and you get all this wonderful produce and make it into incredible dishes? It took a lot of skill to be a cook back then. So the enslaved person who was cooking, like Edith Fawcett and James Hemings, they were skilled. They were skilled artisans, and they were very sought after. If you had a good cook, like a Edith Fawcett, you know, that's someone you want to keep around, and she's a very valued slave. She was valued so much that when Thomas Jefferson went to the White House to become president, he took her with him, and she was 8 months pregnant. Yeah. So her husband was like, I miss my wife. So he ran away. He ran off of the farm here, and everybody knew exactly where he was going. He went right to the White House where his wife was. Right? So, yeah, he took her with him. So she must have been a really incredible cook, right? But think about if you're enslaved and you're cooking for Thomas Jefferson. It's like cooking every day a Thanksgiving meal. You have 3 courses a day taken between 3 and 5 o'clock in the day, and you had 3 courses. So the first course is fish and soup. The second course is your meats, like a ham, because you always had a ham on your table. Ham is called a standing dish. And that's a sign of wealth. So if you have a ham on your table every day, that's a good thing. I know we go ham and pork. Oh, we don't want to do that. But back then, pork was very important because pork is something that you can preserve, especially around this time of year when it starts getting cooler and it's not 1,000 degrees outside. They have hog killing season. The slaves would, and so you're going to smoke those hams. And a Virginia ham, which we're known for here in Virginia, and I'm a 7th generation, will last you for about 3 years. So that's something that you really want to have.
Now, I remember hearing that the hogs would be sort of, I don't know about here, but elsewhere they'd let them wander and eat out of the woods, and then they'd go get them. Is that how Thomas Jefferson's hogs were?
Yeah.
They'd be wandering.
That was the way that most gentry had their farms, their chickens, their hogs. Everything was free range. I mean, we think of, stalls and keep that wasn't the way it was. Well, one thing, if you're like a Thomas Jefferson or a George Washington, you've got thousands of acres. It's not like your hog's going to run into somebody else's yard, right? They're going to eat it. No, this is your hog. Eventually, you're going to find it.
Well, wouldn't it be easy for you to lose those hogs?
I think it's a process of, you do have the slaves out there. The slaves are not going to be right up here next to the house. You've got fields of things that you're growing. You've got slaves in the field. So it's not like it's just open forest like we think it is now. So I'm sure they had a way of tracking it because pork was very important.
I wonder back in the old days they did the same thing. They did not stand around the barbecue. talking with a drink.
Yeah.
You know, always gonna.
Oh yeah. And I'd say, what's your barbecue? Oh, really? What are you gonna do? Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Doesn't this rabbit look amazing? But think about it.
That's
If
good.
you are working from sun up to sundown 6 days a week, you know, this takes a lot to be able to skin and cook rabbit. It's something that you're just not going to do every day.
They cooked it earlier, a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't eat it now since there's been flies all over it, but it was good. Yeah, yeah.
I have never had rabbit.
Yeah, the skin had really good flavor, and I'm gonna tell you, it tastes just like chicken. It literally tastes just like chicken. It does.
Did they cook it like that with the chicken?
Yeah, they put it like on a stick.
Yeah.
You know, they put it through the animal, and then turned it like that. Yeah.
How long about did it take them?
I don't know. I just came on the tail end. Yeah. Rabbit though is a small animal, so she was saying that it's gonna take about 3 or 4 hours for that chicken to cook. It's not gonna take a squirrel nearly that long because it's so small. You know, I would say maybe 45 minutes to an hour at the most.
Oh, I wonder about fowl, other than chicken. Turkey, I would think would take quite a long time, but other fowl. What sort would they have?
You know, like turkeys and ducks and yeah.
Ducks.
Well, that's not their only way of cooking things,
Sure.
you know.
There are also stews and frying, of course.
Mm-hmm.